What port services does your team think is world-class in Singapore and why?
For a port to achieve world-class port services, there are 4 key points for the port to remember. The first key point is to improving operation and procedure to tackle congestion. The method to achieve this are shown as the introduction of terminal operating system and the imposition of shift time schedule for the ship coming into port. Penalty will be a fine on ships that do not keep to schedule or correspond with a predefined handling volume. The second key point is streaming invariability in downtime. One example is that Jakarta Post argued that Indonesia could target Malaysia's current performance of 3-day downtime by accelerating the pre-custom process by implementing an online document submission system such as e-payment system. This system allowed the port to improve its operation by reduced cargo clearing and ship turnaround time. In the past, importers and agents had to return to a port after making payment in order to receive confirmation, and this caused delay in cargo and ship downtime. Hence, with e-payment system, a command and control center were set up at head office so that staff could track the position of ships at various ports across the country more easily, which helped the port by providing a reduction in vessel and cargo traffic. This gives more revenue for the port and an improvement in vessel turnaround time. The third key point is a committed investment in ports. This will have much larger impact on bringing down logistic costs than focusing on international gateway and global transshipment hubs alone. And the final key point is increasing in support and clarity to ensure the responsible ownership and operating of ports. In addition, Singapore implements firm refining criteria to ensure that the strictest standards are followed. 2 main principles equatory marine use when providing bunkering service to the shipping community since 1992 are transparency and efficiency. When ships come to Singapore for refuel, ship owners and operators contact bunkering companies weeks in advance to ensure the proper grades and quantity of fuels is reserved. For this service, Equatory Marine is often bunkering company of choice.
Firstly, Partner connects shipping lines, freight forwarders, and government agencies, managing information and synchronizing complex operations system. It seamlessly handles all electronic vessel and container data passing through PSA Singapore terminal, the world's largest transshipment hub. It is an automated system which consolidates process more than 200 million transactions annually. A survey also shows that it is a key success factor in Singapore's ranking as the world #1 logistic hub for the processes involved in the moving and tracking of cargo worldwide. This shows that Singapore is providing top-notch shipping services which is never seen in other countries. Furthermore, the PSA set up Cargo D2D, allows shippers to choose the best way they want to ship their cargo whenever they want, as it allows to assess a wide range of freight options to make better informed business decisions 24 hours a day. For example, booking and documentations can be submitted from shippers' electronic resources planning system to carriers via electronic data interchange. This improves efficiencies as it is fast and reliable and is able to eliminate repetitive data entry and transaction error. This helps to increase shipping and allow more ships to come to Singapore to trade for the convenience. Next is the ITOS, Computer Integrated Terminal Operation System. It's a valuable asset. It coordinates and integrates the port's multiple assets from port movers, yacht cranes, crane cranes to containerized and drivers. It automatically generates ship storage and yacht layout plans, so it maximizes asset utilization. This is unique as not many countries operate such way. Also, from the article, it states that MK is developing technology called the Maritime Single Window, which will be integrated with the national trade platforms to facilitate the sharing of vessel and cargo-related information with the wider trading community. This shows that it is significant that Singapore has powerful technology to help to maintain Singapore's first-class status in the maritime industry and having the capability to ensure that the outstanding smooth operations of Singapore's trading industries and ports.
What do you think of the new growth opportunity that Singapore port offers?
MPA will strengthen the connectivity and interlinkage of Singapore Maritime Cluster and build a vibrant innovation ecosystem by working with PSA to invest in port capacity and infrastructure in order to meet industry long-term needs such as all terminals of Singapore port operations will merge and consolidate at Tuas Terminal, which is known as Mega Port, which could be the world's largest single container terminal with a total capacity up to 65 million TEU, which is more than currently 50 million TEU capacity of combined terminals. The consolidation of container port activities will increase the efficiency in port operations due to the eliminations of inter-terminals haulage. This will speed up the process and reduce the cost, which provides more competitive advantage and greater economies of scale. With the new Tuas port, it will be a wider strategy to develop Singapore into a global maritime hub, which has a vibrant cluster of maritime services and activities, and is already home to more than 140 international shipping groups all around different countries, such as Asia, Europe, and Americas.
MPA also invests in development of VHF data system to facilitate real-time data transfer between shores and ships in port, which is part of the next generation vessel traffic management system. This will help to early detection of traffic hotspots and advising the best route for vessels to reach the berth safely and efficiently without congesting the port. Therefore, it will help to increase the productivity of a tight labour market as well as enhancing navigational safety and also capture vessel movement more efficiently and accurately. In addition, MPA will also establish the Maritime Data Hub, a centralized data repository for Singapore's maritime sector, which will promote data sharing and encourage development and testing of digital applications and services. It will allow public access to real-time information, vessel information, arrival and departure time, as well as position and movement data, which will be a collaborative platform for maritime stakeholders to co-develop innovative data-driven maritime solutions and enhance connectivity among key stakeholders in maritime logistics ecosystem. Also, with the ongoing Tuas Terminal project, more growth for employment is expected in the maritime industry. Therefore, MPA will roll out a new global talent program to groom local maritime talent for future leaderships and management positions. MPA will also top up its maritime cluster funds by 100 million to the Maritime Cluster Fund to implement new manpower programs such as the planning of sea transport industry transformation map, which is expected to support about 30 new projects and benefit more than 5,000 people with new job opportunities.
How can the use of automation and digitalization to achieve this vision, and why?
The vision is to make Singapore a global maritime hub for connectivity, innovation, and talent. Port automation is defined as the use of integrated technology to develop intelligent solutions for efficient control of traffic and trade flows on the port, thereby increasing port capacity and port efficiency. It reduces the reliance on labor and boosts high efficiency while saving resources and using greener energy. One example would be Singapore, which stands for Sustainable Integrated Next Generation Advanced. It is the first vertically automated container terminal in Asia. Also, its container moving concepts involves transporting container between both floors via a hole on the top level. The roof is then covered with solar panels and equipped with specially designed triple hoist key cranes, as well as an integrated logistics to help along distribution. The degree of automation differs from port to port, depending on the capacity of the port, its location, the amount of cargo it handles, and its economic value. With the use of automation and digitalization, there will be better control over port emissions. Automation of mundane processes improves the process efficiency. Manual errors and delays are reduced, increasing amounts of ships handled at ports. Also, automation saves time and resources. It ensures every process is completed with the least time consumed. Time saved could be spent on somewhere else instead. It improves overall stability as sensors and equipment used in a port are well customized. Digitalization such as smart sensors placed at ports to monitor the condition of vital infrastructure helps operators to schedule maintenance and reduce needs of manual inspection. Data collected from sensors could be used to analyze to further improve the port. Digital technology improves traffic flows and ease clock uptime. MPA could achieve its vision of making Singapore a maritime hub through these reasons. Concurrently, Singapore is constantly looking to improvise port to enhance efficiency, such as looking into new port capabilities that will capitalize on emerging technologies arising. Tuas Port will be an efficiency and intelligent port that harness data analytics to optimize operations. I believe that if Singapore remains proactive in innovations on technologies, it will be a good time to show to the world about Singapore's advancement towards being a global maritime hub. Lastly, embracing motion could create but at the same time eliminate jobs. Smart port technologies include infrastructure, cargo handling, intermodal traffic, customs and collection, safety and security, and energy and development. Throughout this year, Singapore's have been advancing and improving these specific areas to enhance Singapore as a port. Also, with a huge influx of e-commerce, consumers expect that fast shipping times and low costs. Efforts from MPA will continue to help Singaporeans take advantage of the many opportunities in the maritime industry and build a future-ready workforce with relevant skills and a global mindset. People in more traditional job roles will undergo skill upgrading as jobs involved with increasing automation and digitalization. In a nutshell, I feel that Singapore is able to achieve more with these improvised technologies. What is the immediate concern your team has regarding complex operations?
With the implementation of ITM, otherwise known as the Sea Transport Industry Transformation Plan, the throughput of the containers in Singapore has gone from a mere 8.7% to 33.7% in 2017, and over 170,000 people have been hired to work in the maritime industry. While this is good news, this will mean that the maritime industry will be required to undergo major changes. As ITM's vision is to get Singapore to be an international hub of maritime activities known for its connectivity and ideology, as well as for its amplitude for talent, with the latest cutting-edge technology. This will mean that the port workers might not be able to adapt to the changes and manage the more complex operation, as their jobs will require more and more usage of automation and digitalization. To deal with this, the operation will need to be restructured so that port workers can undergo further education to better enhance themselves. With the ITM creating about 5,000 more jobs, the majority of them are going to be professional, manager, executive, and technician roles. The workers cannot be fired as it only brings forth shortage of manpower and sees Singapore port from being a workers' port. To counter this, authorities have started to encourage more and more workers to go for courses in the skills future earn and learn program. In fact, 2 more maritime courses have opened in 2016 for the newly grads as they work on gaining more exposure in the industry. Another problem is that the initial expenses that were spent on the port may be too costly. After spending money to upgrade the port's facilities, more money is needed to promote it as a one-stop station which is able to provide all types of port services across the globe. Luckily, Singapore government has ensured that the maritime finance landscape is well developed enough with the newly initiated Maritime Capital Forum. External companies has also chipped in with the development via investment. One example shown is the Singapore Maritime Institute, which invested 12 million to set up the Centre of Excellence in Modelling and Stimulation for Next Generation Ports. Another thing that comes to mind is the flexibility of port operation, which is when unexpected situation occurs. While automation will allow productivity of ports to increase, operation will be required to be pre-planned beforehand, or else when incidents occurs, there will be difficulty in responding to the situations. This meant that for every port, there is a need to consider all the different elementary concepts and standardize it so that we can measure and track performance data consistently at automated terminals.